What's up, y'all? It's DJ Chris Nice. Welcome to the Limer's Corner podcast. Let's go. What's going on, everybody? It's yours truly, DJ Chris Nice, and you're with the Limer's Corner podcast in conjunction with the Club Caribbean TV show, and we have a legend in the house today. You should know this face, but just in case you don't, and you're living under a rock, I'm going to tell you who this individual is. He is the only dancehall artist to go diamond. You know how hard that is to go diamond. Diamond. I mean, that's phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. He put out one of my favorite tracks back in the days, Full Carolina. And I tell you, I still have that 45 to this day. Still have that 45. Love that track. Grammy Award winner for the best reggae album also in 1995. Once again, this is a legend that we have today, Mr. Orville Richard Burrell. If you don't know, I got to say it properly. Shaggy! Great thanks, man. Nice to have him. And trust me, like I said, this is an honor. You can play any music for decades and decades. Radio, clubs. He could tell you back in the days for decades. One of my first questions to you that I was thinking about last night is, do you still enjoy doing studio work?
Yeah. I still, yep, it comes from inspiration. It depends on whether you're inspired. But I'm finding it difficult now to be inspired to do Shaggy music. Right? Because I've been doing it for 30 years, so what else am I going to say? I mean, it's hard to be inspired when you're doing something for 30 years. So, but if you notice, I've been writing a lot of songs like I do Spice, or with Tess or Conquer or other artists, and writing the Spice is fun because you get to say some things, so I'm busy. There's a lot of power with branding. You can write so towards the line of it. Yeah. And she's so talented too, because, whatever you write, when she take it and put it to life, it's just remarkable. She's one of the best vocal, artists that I know as far as, just her timing and definitely is great. So I'm inspired still in music, and I like the team I have. I built a team now with Shane Usan and, Grant, Valentine as my engineer, and, Olaf, Blackwood as songwriter, and so Ashanti Reed, which is my spider, and you collaborate, it's great, Assailant was a big part of it. We lasted the other day, he's a big part of a team at that point, and, they brought fun into it because there's a lot of banter too, and that always helps.
I help prolong you. But ideas come out of the banter too. Yeah. Well, when did you know that this is something you wanted to pursue?
Sometimes you didn't say you choose music, but sometimes music choose you, and I think I kind of looked after Bombastic is when I put it as a career. Because if you look from before that, when we look at Old Carolina, as big as Old Carolina was, there were no track records of artists having more than just one hit. Mm-hmm. If you think about back at that time in 1992, 91, 89, if a reggae man catch a song and catch one, you now see my catch to follow. So to me, when Old Carolina happened, and I got the deal from Virgin for £1 million at that time, which is the biggest deal at that point in reggae music. Most amount of money paid to a reggae artist. In my mind, I say, when I take that money, I can open a little shoe store at somewhere. We can try this. That's where my mind was, because I never knew I was going to get that second one. And if you remember at that time, we did it, that sounds like Boom Shakalak with Apache in there, or Tease Me, He's my face there, Meet Me and Lucho, they were all spin-offs of the Old Carolina Roof. And I didn't want to do that more. The record company wanted me to do another Old Carolina. Matter of fact, this is the Bombastic album, there's a song called Jenny, where I wrote it as a cuss towards Old Carolina, because the record company was forcing me to do Just saying, Jenny and blow my mind a lot like yours on fine. I'm saying, instead of book Caroline, I said, you know, I'm saying, I don't want to do this type of side anymore. And so I turned in an album, I turned in Boom Basket, and they were like, what is it? What the hell is this?
But it works.
And they were like, yo, what is this? This is not what Caroline. This is madness. We don't know what this is, but it worked in our time. But it was not only did it work, it's the first dancehall or reggae or Jamaica act to debut at #1 or on the British chart.
It's amazing.
So Caroline was the first dancehall #1 on the British chart, and Boom Basket was the first song from a Caribbean art from a dancehall Jamaican artist, a Caribbean artist to debut at first bill.
It's amazing. Beautiful when you see your work coming together like that. Well, yeah, you know, it's a journey. Yeah, it definitely is. Which leads to my next question. When did you know, how could I put this? When did you know you reached the point of success where there's no turning back? Like what most people would consider normal, you are not going to be normal anymore. Your life just changed.
From the beginning.
Yeah,
There was no turning back from the beginning.
nice.
Like there was never a contingency plan or a sidebar or a side B. It was music or no plan B. Yeah, there was no plan B. Yeah, it was I just did so. No, so from day when I knew I was going to be different because I was deep, you know. But what about old Carolina? Dancehall in a whole different space. Nothing sounded like it.
Nothing sounding
Right?
Nothing sounding.
So I was criticized at the time. Imagine you come and dance, I was in one place, Buju Banton, everybody had do it certain way, Shamaram said it certain, and me come with this thing, I was like, yo, what is this? Yeah. And when we did Boom Basket, there was nothing that sounded like it. When we did Angel, I wasn't me worried in sync and Britney Spears more. You know what I mean? So I've never been one to follow a trend or, yeah. Was never a trendy type of person because I was like that against the grain.
Take a risk.
And I take a risk. I take the risk, and I always believe in my risk when I take them. You know?
Was it the best reward stuff?
Yeah. So for me, it was never from day one. Whenever you go in there, I said, boy, okay, when I'm a kind of tournament from day one.
Nice. This is one I thought about last night because I often think about it for myself also, being a DJ for so many years. What wakes you up in the morning? Like wanting to run into the world and what brings you alive in the morning? Because I always feel everybody should have something that wakes them up every morning that they jump out of bed wanting to do.
Life, my family. If them I say, all right, me look upon it like this. Means I used to come from Rayton, on a Charlotte Street. I'm living in a tenement yard, straight up until over Portmore. We got Portmore at the time. I live at Waterford. I came on us drive. Third road by Billy, which part in Card Daza. Right out of the, the septic tank out of the front door. So, beginning of Waterford. We got during primary school. We used to take my drive around Boulevard, but on a 3 mile, go about 3 mile, Brocky and walk through Burger Park and go. So, you understand, it's a journey that when we go through and now, I sat with Nelson Mandela, he knew my names. I sat with the Queen, she knew my name. I met the Pope and he knew my name. Michael Jackson knew my name. Stevie Wonder knew my name. That's how the roots around. Jay Mom knew my name. Prince knew my name. You know what I mean? So I've met my heroes. My best friend is State. You know, what am I going to complain about? You know what I mean? So for me, we're servants. Let me say, you can't say, well, you're right, it wasn't me and Bombastic, and I physically wrote them, but that came from my higher power. That's magic. Because if I wrote that, I'd be writing one every week. You know? But those are tools. It's like you build a house and you said, you build the wall, the concrete, and you said the roof now. We ever need a hammer for build the roof. Alright? So, but me not a hammer. That's to say, hey, there is a Bombastic. Now we can build the roof, put on the roof, to shelter everybody. So these songs are like tools for you to serve. and you do your service, and your main thing in life is to change people's lives. There's nothing else. There's none of it is yours. You go up on tour and you have 300 people that are riggers and truck drivers and security guard and all the people that they might get a paycheck. One of their kids might put to a lively school, and that kid is the kid that actually find the cure for cancer.
Yeah.
So you're part of an equation.
Oh, definitely.
So we're all servants.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? So to me, when I really take it more serious than that, that's having to really, I don't worry about accolades, you know, because I feel the legacy is both. Because you have a brand, I'm sure you have a great grandfather, right?
Well, I did. Great grandfather?
No, you don't know.
No.
You don't know the kind of man. He probably was a great man, right? Then it's just a picture on the wall.
Yeah.
That's exactly that. We're all gonna be just a picture on the wall. So what are we worried about?
Yeah.
Right? Nothing you're acquired in life you can take with you.
Well, I was thinking,
is create experiences, right, and change people's lives as you go along. This is true. Yeah, it's true. You can't carry it. That's true. So when me hear accolades, so it's true. Them say side that the award or the reward. The award collect us. The reward change people's life. Yeah. So if you see where you are from.
That's true. No man or woman is an island, right?
Clearly it
wasn't connected.
Yeah.
You know, we're all connected.
You have to know if you can clean too. Yeah. And if you're around somebody and it's bullshit versus value, so you will put up any amount of pull as long as the value is there.
This is true. That's true.
Once the bull start outweigh the value, you're in trouble. Last time I say a pie, you get 75% that you win. There's at least 25% of everybody that you can't stand.
It's true.
Right? You have a friend where you only drink and you only just drink alone. And it make you laugh and a drink, but you don't even want to come out here. Good people not really in.
That's very true.
You know what I mean? The person you might both have a party with and drunk out fun is not person I ever really deep conversation with. And the person you have the deep conversation with is the most boring person way out with.
That's true.
So, worst thing we can do is sit down there and look for the 100% and think that somebody can tick every box.
No, that doesn't exist.
100% of anything does not exist.
Especially when you're looking for a woman.
That's well, I got to go on, but it's a really deep. Yeah. So that's just life. I just didn't think live within myself. Right? And if we can remember say, if I also something right, they use me, I have me use. If you're not in use, you have no use. Nobody wants to be useless.
It's true.
And I mean, but so you want to be used. I have to find your up. If you have a woman and she says she love you, and her almost 30 years and above, stop pay the light and so on. You see how quick that up that on. Because now your value has dipped.
Yeah.
So our whole job in life is to keep our value up. You know what I mean? And it doesn't happen by itself. It takes work.
It takes a team.
Right? Yeah. And go sit down, I have all the phone and I say, yo, get a phone call. I say, and a name go up. I say, you start laugh. And another one come dark, you can't know in a person. Positive or negative. You ever get people who get the negative over life. No, we make it hard. Just stop us up. Block. Exactly. And go on it today. Because if you block me and I call you 3 times, I get the message.
Some people get the message.
And tell me what, and if they don't get the message, that's clear indication they should be like, sure. That's clear indication that you made the right decision.
In 2025, which artists get your attention?
In 2025, yeah, lots of them. I think Skeng is a superstar.
Yeah.
One of my favorites. A lot of things need to change to receive that superstar.
No,
right now is a star. She has become a superstar where they recognize her now and skilly thing. Love him, I do. Shensia. And she blows my mind because here's a girl, that has not even got a song, but she has developed a following. Because you're now interested, if she has proven that you're interested in her, you could care less about the song. You know what I'm saying? No, if she gets a song, it just adds to it. And finally she got point now, we shape it to the max.
Yeah.
So watch Hopi, her star is going to be
talented, beautiful.
Yes.
A full package.
So I walks in a room and lights up.
They are. Definitely the full package.
So there's a lot of them, but I'm very excited about new crop that is coming. I do think that future of dancehall and reggae is not the status quo. It's not shabby or champagne or color tip. Butch very why I think it's the newer generation. Yeah. I think the younger generation that is coming up in the future.
One of my favorite songs of all time. I want to ask you if you knew this song was a hit when you were making it in the studio. One of my all-time favorite songs. Even to this day, I love to run this when I'm juggling. And that's Hot Gal. Showtime Rhythm.
Yeah.
You knew, like straight out the box,
Yeah, man.
this is going to be it.
That song, I rap that song.
No.
No. That song was written by Dave Kelly. So at that time, I just started working with Dave Kelly. And Dave had the Showtime Rhythm, and he wrote a song for it. And I listened to the song. And just from listening to it, come back here. I can spot. I can hear what works with. And I said, Dave, I'd love to do it. Yeah, we can do a song, but when I come to New York. When he come to New York, Red Fox had a song that he had written called So I'm in the bashment party. Classic. I was say, never make deep with that song that. Because we wanted to have a Showtime here. I booked Sufi response to the flow deep, they flow up. And we started to voice, but when I got to the studio, I make a voice Foxy's verse. You know? And then what I also did, Fox was trying to get naturally to say it. Nothing, right? I couldn't find him, so we ended up getting Raven because they were dancing their phone. And that's all. Because Raven is really the beat. So I just go with Fox and did the song. Dave Kelly did the song the night. Then I went back to Jermaine and voice at there. Right? So the whole rhythm was a Hebrew anyway.
Yeah.
So it was hard.
To this day.
Yeah.
To this day. But there's certain ones that still go.
Yeah,
stuck out.
and you remember there was a at that time we were a massive star at that time too. So that brings you the edge, that we're coming off huge successes at that time of Bombastic and all the records there. When the art there, and at that point Dave and I started to really write and collaborate and that. So you might hear a lot of my influences like the book. That's when clearly we start by going here, Shama said, you see you rolling in my business, making my money with my friends, but with some fan for women as a traffic. So those songs are just like the hands on my property. It's sitting up on top of it. Oh, I mean, those songs here, you're DJing like in my rap. So it sounds clear English. And that's like the idea about the conversation. I said, I write the Queen's English with dance and cadence. Like bombastic, smooth, just like a silk, soft and cuddly, up like a quilt. That's the Queen's English. I tell the dear, I say, I've been doing it, because I was like, I have never seen a girl so pretty and so close and pretty bed where it wasn't on there. The arm the whole is your cold.
Chelsea, we're going to flip it right now.
And then, so all of those songs he wrote them, he was already doing it. So like, he was just took it. A lot of those influences come from me and him working together at that point. Because that's what I was bringing. That's sort of beep, it kind of changed and more start all across all kind of a something. You know what I mean? So we all influence each other. Dave will influence me, because Dave influenced me by the writing, to where I started to do structure a little bit different. Dave had the other structure was A-bar chorus, A-bar verse, C A-bar chorus, 8-bar verse, 4-bar bridge, right? And then repeat the first verse or whatever. Check all of it, it's the same something. And the reason why I did it is because them say, dancer people, them attention pan shot, the DJ them. So if you repeat the first verse, it make it more booky.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's remember. So never do a third verse ever. You always repeat the first verse. You know what I mean? So but take them little tricks I come in do. You know what I mean? So help each other.
It works. Let me tell you, it works. When I was at the meet and greet on Wednesday, I was one of the guys who stood up. And I was telling you, I gave you so much respect for doing a conference, because I used to go to conferences back in the day when I was at that Live Nation.
Yeah. And
on most of the conferences, they're held by magazines. Sometimes it might be a label. I'd never really seen too many where an artist, especially a legendary artist. You could be doing so many things with your life right now, and you choose to do a conference. Because I tell people, if you've never been to a conference before, a conference could take you from here to, it could fast track your 10 years. For you to give your time to that, I'm just telling you, for me, I just found that amazing.
I think it's great, but it's not, I can't say the credit of it's really between Judith and Sharon, and that's their brainchild. in right there, you brought it to me, and the legends in our right, Judith is a legend in the VIA space. And I was just saying earlier that she shaped the airwaves of Jamaica over the years, to where it is right now, And Sharon, everything that is culturally, any cultural milestone that you can think of in Jamaica, Sharon has been a part of, from Sunsplash to Foodie Woodie to Shabby Friends to One Lawa to Freedom to Chris Brown to Burnham White. If you think about these epic things that have happened, Sharon Burr has been a part of it, And so I'm in good company when putting something like this together.
Nice. That's what I love it. I commend you for it because like I said, like we said earlier, no man, woman's an island. So you need these things to connect. Just some of the contacts I made on Wednesday, that was already, if I could just
Squeeze me in a room with people and they can seal. Yeah. Because they know. I think that's what we say. Everybody's on Zoom. Everybody's.
There's no human touch.
Some people, I do promotion, I go and be physically available to like the radio stations and going and like this we're physically here. So you do Zoom, but and of course everything is leveraged. Cause if you have a publication and a publication of like 50 people, you're not my work the type. So you have to be somebody that has been in the game, that has built a reputation for me. That take my time. Because my time is money at this point. I'm a corporation. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I have agents and managers and, publishers and, all around the world that my itinerary is full. Right? So for we've sit down and Judith as a publisher, and say, right, well, you are worth given the time to do that.
Yeah.
Right? And that come from a track record that you have had and that you have built in the years and time away. And then a man coming on, he go start invitation and have two blogging about and yeah, probably went trick. To be honest with you. He would have to go let us go.
Well, let them know also about the Boombastic radio station.
So the Boombastic channel is a part of SiriusXM. It's a dancehall channel. Big up to Willie Daniels and BJ Nori. They're the ones that are really kind of curated for me right at this point. Hey, Oxtail was what we did it with initially. And now Willie and Nori is doing it. It focuses on our culture. Heavily into 90s music because that was the strong era for us. And but we also feature and showcase art and new music. I listened to today, Memory of the Week, kept us solid, a lot of great mixer, other great music. So yeah. Big up to Scott Greenstein and Pat McKay and them for helping me to push the vision into a reality. So yeah.
Love it. So where could they find you on social media? Where are you most busy on social media where they can connect?
But to be honest with you, social media is really the real Shaggy, DIREAL Shaggy, the real Shaggy. And you can find it on IG, and Snapchat, and TikTok, and as far as /Shaggy on Facebook.
Nice. Yeah. Well, listen, Shaggy, for somebody that's been in the business, DJing for all these years, I've been in studios, I know the hard work that it takes for people to get that certain level. The fact that you're still doing it to this day, I commend you, respect you. This to me is a positive.
That's all I know.
I love it. I love it. This is amazing for me.
Yeah, man.
And I thank you.
Yeah, man. Respect, man. Give time.
I continue to respect.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you for tuning into the Limeless Corner podcast. Big shout outs to Shaggy and his amazing team. Great connecting with you guys. Shout out to Yvette Harris, International E, Cal C, and Shem. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe on our Limeless Corner YouTube channel and on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Bacchanal TV located on the Rupu TV. Don't forget to follow me on all social media at DJ Chris Nice. That's at DJ Chris Nice. And at Limer's Corner 4. Peace, y'all.
All right.